Oh, looks like they can hear me. So today, Simon is quite busy with some important thing. So I'm going to speak in English. So be ready for my English. That sounds a warning. 산지 초남 소지 초남나 전전 판돈단인 접수체 다이 진손 개베 초남제 존나 변제 산지 로브라쇼 산지 최동 소지 초남나 전주 보도단 다이 진손 개베 초남제 로라 변제 산지 로브라쇼 산지 최도 소지 초남나 전주 보도단인 접수체 다이 진손 개베 촌 로라 변제 산지 로브라쇼 동년인지 송도 주변에 너무 진짜 선생 간전 된 저거 참나be 뭐 된전자 정도 소원도 현존 존조쇼 남좀 송로고 난다 예매 개성 특별 저거 중앙 저거 주변 단계 저거 현재 신이 졸라 차체로 오케이.
In the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly, I take refuge until I attain enlightenment. Through the merit of practicing generosity and so on, may I attain Buddhahood for all sentient beings.
I think we are in the verse number 8, isn't it?
Yes.
terasamba bashiki sende temen dawar gyur daba mebe zashiji yungdung chöjin chikurus 통화양 써다 now can you read the verse number 6?
Yes.
Oh, the 7, 6 and 7.
Not seeing them, I am unhappy, and my mind cannot be settled in equipoise. Even if I see them, there is no satisfaction, and as before, I am tormented by a craving. Through being attached to living beings, I am completely obscured from the perfect reality. My disillusionment with cyclic existence perishes, and in the end, I am tortured by sorrow.
Six. Okay. 이도하다 마통아 지르주버 셔나한테 마통난 가워를 민주르신 이 미디베 샘 잉네 이 그냥 띵인지는 냠버셔고 민주보나 대바토 민주루스. So now I think number 6 and the verse number 6 and 7 is telling us while doing a meditation. So for a few seconds we can meditate. Then automatically you feel a little bit sophisticated, or you wanted to space out. So when you feel like this space out, or you wanted to think about something that is dragged by the attachment. So sometimes if you say attachment, it's really a little bit a strong word. So it's more like you feel like it's better to check where this mind wants to take you. So just let you know that there's a distraction. So then you see when there's a distraction, it is very important. This distraction is not giving me any good. This distraction, you won't label as a distraction. You were thinking, okay, I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about this. And then awareness, seeing like, while looking into this, actually this is making me weak. This is more important. I think the number 6 and 7 is trying to tell us while doing meditation, when some distractions are there, and then even at the moment it's not important, or you may not call itself a distraction, but you might enjoy. It's more like in a friend in a disguise. Then you look at it, and then how you feel that friend is not your friend. It's way, it's behavior, how it's trying to take you somewhere. And you will know the steps. You can learn from the steps of this distraction. So that is the main reason, while meditation, when you think, if you are meditating on bodhicitta and emptiness and this hard part. So if you feel like you're meditating on it, like image of your guru, like for His Holiness Dalai Lama, and then while meditating on him, so before meditation, while doing analytical meditation, forget about single point of meditation. While analytical meditation, distraction will come. You might be thinking about some of your other teacher. But then you need to think, okay, let me think about other teachers. But right now, I'm going to focus on His Holiness qualities. So you recognize, even it's not an obstacle to think about other teachers or your guru's quality, but while thinking about His Holiness, meditating on His quality, if you're thinking about other teachers' quality, your mind is going to in another direction. So you have to bring this boundary proudly. You should, whenever we learn from a mistake, to become more powerful, I think we need to be very confident, and to feel this positive pride, thinking like, I have done a great job. Today, if my meditation on this, if I try to think about that, even it's good, but I have seen this as an obstacle in order to bring meditation on that. So you should put like, well done. So it's more like we are like a small child. We are kind of, isn't it? So the child, when they do something good, if their parents say, wow, you're amazing, how do you do that? Then child goes like, amazing feeling. Then he feels so strong. Next time he is doing something good, he will do it gladly. Similarly, we always forget to do that. So whenever you do this in a meditation or any kind of practices, I think we need this kind of what do you call, like
Pat on the back.
Pat on the back. We need that. So that really gives like right after the meditation, you won't become Buddha, you won't achieve bodhicitta like this. But ultimately, when you get out from the cushion, you feel like, I did that. I feel the improvement already there. So this you take it in you when you are doing office work or you're talking with people. This kind of concentration will be with you. So this is how Shantideva is trying to train us. I think number 6 and 7. And then number 7 is more the most powerful. I think that is Simchen Namla Cha Chena Yang Da Ni Lo Gunin Dip Gobe Simchen Jiwachi Tamara Yang Duanju. Saying now once you see, when you feel like this attachment, when the distraction, you can see this is the distraction, then you have to see, if mostly we will be not thinking about at the time of distraction, the object won't be the Buddha and the Bodhisattvas. Object will be like your friends and boyfriends and girlfriends, and then somewhere like neighbors. So you need to bring the object, and then you have to think, I come to recall or come to remember through my attachment to remember all my kind sentient beings, my mother, father. So while you're bringing this to know, to due to the help of the attachment, when you see your mother, through the attachment you need to see other sentient beings, then it is always I think it will always blind us to know the what is the real that person is. Because once we always say, for an example, if we say, I love my mother so much, there's nothing wrong with that. But when it is mixed with the attachment, then the focus of the object, mother, that you say it, but you are not, it's more like you are not throwing the dart on the target. It's going somewhere else. And then all the mistakes that because you haven't realized where you are calling your mother, father, friend, then through this mistaken mind, and then this kind of illusion brings so much suffering. So that's what we say the what is called this self-grasping. Self-grasping is the root of the suffering. Some schools say the root of the suffering is attachment. But then when you reach in the Madhyamika school, it is saying attachment itself is the mistaken mind. But most importantly, the attachment is something fixed on something. The fixed object, that is the object itself that you're seeing, inherently it's something there. It's like a small, kind of a small bug, or what is that? There's a bottle lamp, and then
A fly.
moth,
A moth.
moths,
Yeah.
moths jump on the fire. They are not jumping on the fire. They don't dare to jump on a fire because they see so much, so great, so beautiful. It directs their attention towards this kind of, through their attachment. They see something which is not beautiful, which is not that great, but they jump into this. Similarly, it's not only the attachment. It is something that appears from something that's 100% there. So that's why when we are super angry, if somebody praises your enemy, if his mother praises his son, you cannot take it. Of course, the mother can praise her son because she can see some qualities in her son, but you're not ready because you want that person totally something dark, black, or something very, very solidly, inherently bad. But it's very funny. If you, during the time of the anger or during the time of the attachment, I don't think there's no possibility if you are thinking like, he can be a good, he can also be bad. Relatively, he can be a good to that person because he has a good quality. And relatively from my perspective, he can be bad because he harmed me. With this kind of understanding, even the anger comes, it's very mild. There's no strong like something that you feel like you want to punch. This won't come. In order to hold your fist and wanted to hit someone, you need this like totally 100% the fault of other. That's 100% bad. The scientist has proved that actually. It's not only the Madhyamika schools are always saying this. The scientist has proved it that once you are angry, when you check this people's behavior when you're angry, and then the mind which thinks thinking there's enemy, most when you try to check on this how they see as the enemy, it's like 100%, only like 3 or 4% is maybe right, but the rest percentage something only like from their own mental projection. Like His Holiness repeatedly said in his past teachings, saying that his friend Ironback, yes, he brought up in his studies, even though he's not a Buddhist. So, so looking into this, thinking like this while the destruction has come, and then it's kind of laughable, like you're thinking like, I'm sending my mind where things are not as it is, and the mind is going through that, and it's more laughable, like it's really funny, very childish. Then it's very easy to drag in your mind, and especially and then in order to bring a liberation, and in order to face this destruction, you need to have how it translated number 7. Resolution. Number 7 on the way. Through being attached to living beings, I'm completely obscured from the perfect reality. Bodhisattva, my resolution.
Disillusionment.
Disillusionment. Did disillusion So without this disillusionment,
Yes.
or the Jovism. There is no way. There's now when debate system is saying, you know, if this is if this if it is there, then only this can happen, because the cause and the effect. If there's no cause, no effect. We 100% it comes like this. So seamless. If there is no disillusionment or dissolution, how do you say that?
Disillusionment.
Disillusionment, and then my meditation is not going to be strong. So this is very important. 교배 심장 지고지. 교배 심장 지고지. 지고지 means did not do some marda. My dissolution with the cycle existence precious. The dirisha. Dikadiriduta. Jigochi said the quado. And in the end, I'm tortured by sorrow. Jigochi is smart. Can you see some?
It says I lose my sense of disillusionment.
Ale, dinamidu.
I think it's a different translation.
Oh, okay. This one has perishes. Perishes lana? And
Goes away.
oh, okay. Oh, then it's perishes. So normally, people who are doing a great meditation, what are the things they need to keep very safe? One is this one, disillusionment. Normally, we don't say that. We don't feel like this. So it's there. So without this, no good meditation. With this, it is the first step to bring a good meditation. Okay, so now number 8. Tenju chu sumbas. Hela samba boshigi tsedi temen dawar churusa. Daba meben za shiji. Yungzhong chujin jibo. Yungzhong chujin jibo churusa. Okay. Tube yutila samba. Boshigi tsedi temen dawar jube. So now, normally we say, when we do commitments, we say, I have wasted my life, right? 1,000 times we say that. Oh, if people will believe in past lives, then you think, I can see from my behavior, my way of thinking, I'm pretty sure, maybe 60% sure, that I have wasted my past lives. That we can say that, but how we really wasted our life? The Shantideva clearly says this. You tell us some boshiki, the way you due to how we let go our mind towards to the attachment, and how this attachment is dragged by this truly existence by its own. How these two are lined up, and then we send this this mind go towards it. So I have spent this many times. Okay. So in order to say this, feel this, you really need to understand the relation between the self-grasping or grasping to the self or the truly existence, and how from this attachment grows. And through the attachment, because when there's attachment, it's manifest. And then there's no need another reason why you wanted to go. Because we say, desire. I like it. I love it. And so that's the final thing. So then no way to stop. Before that, if you wanted to see how it started, then you will need to see how this mistaken mind has started and direct you towards it. And then you wanted to see how it wrecked and all the problems started. Now it has been enough of enough. And even if you try to cry in the front of Buddha's statue, when you take a precepts, when you do your commitment, saying now, I have wasted my life. And then Buddha asks, how do you recognize how you wasted your life? Then even when you're saying it's not like a 100% fake, it's like you're feeling like 60% with it. That you can say, yes, I can see from this morning until now how I wasted. So now I clearly see because I wasted because of this dissolution. Not dissolution, but delusion. Delusion. And the illusion like has taken. So now you wanted to have such a taking a refuge. Looks like you are not taking a refuge directly to the Buddha. Buddha is just like a witness. Witness. But you are actually taking a refuge to yourself. Thinking the main practice is like, now I've seen this, I'm not going to do it again because this is the restriction. How now I'm going to change myself. And it's more like the Buddha helps you to go on this path. So that's how we see three jewels, and the one which is the main refuge is not then the Dharma itself. So here we look at into this. Tell us Sambaba Shiki said it to me, Dawar Yu, Tawa Meban Zashiji Yung Chunin Jibur. New to Tawa Meban Zashi. So how this one is translated. Oh, by thinking of them, this life will pass without any meaning. Impermanent friends and relatives will even destroy Dharma, which leads to the permanent liberation. How do you explain that? Do you look at your friends and saying like now, maybe post something saying, I don't want your help anymore. You are an obstacle for my liberation. And liberation. It sounds like that, which is not like this, I think. So now here we need to remember when Buddha, time to time, when in the sutra, when Buddha says, chiba, like child, sentient being, he calls sentient beings, and especially, I'm giving you a hint, people who have not on the part of seeing, he called them as a child. So he says child and child. So these Buddha saying child and saying this impermanent friends and relatives, has some same connotation. 그죠? How we can say this is saying this 용중 최전 지불체. 용중 will destroy the Dharma, permanent liberation, something like 용중. 용중 is sometimes in the pen tradition, it's called 용중 pen. 용중 is more like unchanging, or like the Vajra. Vajra, what is the meaning of the Vajra is Euromeva. Euromeva is unchanging. So same way of it. So this Yungdong is not other than, Yungdong has a beautiful meaning, Yung and Dong. In English, it's unchanging, that's it. You won't get only dry thing. But the meaning, Yung and Dong. Yung, I have written somewhere. Jishi meban the Yung. Yung means where there is no Shiva, no rising, no passing. Rebirth, no birth. No, that's better. No birth and no death. That's Yung. Yung means Dujal Meba, where I don't know how to say that. Dujal Meba. Do Dandava.
There's no joining, there's no separation.
No joining and no separation. So these two, if you put together, it becomes Yungdong. So then also there is some kind of a the drawing. Is there a pen somewhere? You have a pen? Okay. Some people draw like this. I've seen this. This is also called Yungdong. They can see. No, it's not a big deal. What's that? Swastika?
Symbol is called swastika.
Oh, the swastika. Oh, yeah. The people already. Yeah. So, thank you. So this should be the reminder of the first one. It is showing like a cessation. Yung. And Zhong, I don't know what it, but it has a strong meaning there. So this is the hint, what I just said earlier, that how to choose a Dharma friend. So that's what we were saying. How to choose a Dharma friend. Normally, when we say we took a refuge together, or maybe we take made some kind of a ritual pujas together, or maybe when we took an initiation together from one guru, and then we call like watcher friends. So we do that, like Dharma friends, of course. But we are really not getting the real meaning of Dharma, friends. That Dharma is not other than that person who reminds you each and every time that you are deluded. Your delusion one day, this is not one day, it is killing you slowly. It is the seed to bring all the problems. Right now, you think it's a happiness, but you have built this, whatever you have invested on the foundation of not concrete, not something solid. You build it through your ignorance, which is so fragile. It will break very easily. So these friends reminds you each and every time. Maybe you won't like him so much. But who will appreciate this kind of friendship? Is the person who wanted to remind to get a liberation again and again. So this is saying the rest of the other friends and relatives are not Dharma friends. They are the one sharing the suffering with you, not in a good way. Maybe they don't have a motivation to bring the suffering on you, but they will always contribute something directly or indirectly. I totally believe in this. Because look at in the past, wherever you go, if you are suffering, people will say, you are always right. Or I'm always right. At the beginning, I told you, he would be an obstacle directly there. He will not say, no. Don't point there. Just look at your mind. At the beginning, how you falling in love. The most problem is that you have grasped too much. Now you cannot let it go. So that's your fault. It's not the other person's fault. Who has told you this in your life? Or maybe only your guru, person who sits on a throne, like His Holiness, and some of people has reminded you that. And the rest of the other people, starting from now when we finish our class, you have a friend. We always have a friend who will always contribute something to make us weaker. But don't say this to others. So I think I kind of covered the 9th one. So can you read the 9th one?
If I behave in the same way as the childish, I shall certainly proceed to lower realms. And if I am led there by those unequal to the noble ones, what is the use of entrusting myself to the childish?
Yeah. So what do you think? So we have 20 more minutes. So what do you think? So up to now, what we just discussed, it has covered up what are the main obstacles when you do meditation, and then how to face the obstacle. When the distraction comes, then you are going to face the problem of not the other people, or not the outside, inside attachment. When the attachment comes, then you will just think how this attachment started. This way of not having the disillusionment, I will not get what? I will not get the liberation. Can I say that? Liberation. So then you are more powerful than before. Then you can say, so then look at this, how I have built my relation with others. And it is more like I have kind of put a spider web, and now everything is caught up in this. And then problem is started. So this web, I need to take this out once and forever. Otherwise, the suffering will be there. So the master Shantideva is Madhyamika school scholar, and especially is Prasangika school philosopher. So he comes up in the 9th chapter how he will present the emptiness in the Prasangika schools. But here also we can bring like the lower school, like Savatandrika school, Chitta Mantra, and then also the school Karsatanda, Dodeba, Savatandrika. Ani Dilla Karsa, Rangyuba, Madhyamika, Oche, da Dodi Kasa, Dodebala, Savatandrika, Savatandrika, South Tantrika, Tantrika. So in there, they don't talk about emptiness, but they talk about selflessness, which is kind of similar, but they don't say emptiness. So you guys know why they don't say emptiness, like in the lower school, from the Chitta Mantra school, they will talk emptiness. Before that, they don't talk about emptiness. Before that, Siva. This is a good homework for people who studies. This is good. So try to find it out for me. Please help me with this. You have something? This is unnecessary. How they say that they believe in selflessness, but not in emptiness. But from the Chitta Mantra school, then they will talk about emptiness. That will be good research. And then you will see some kind of a borderline of from Chitta Mantra above and then lower. You can see borderline very clearly. Okay, so in the group, you have some questions? Anything? Or something that what I said is not very clear? It confused you? So we stop here, right? So on the 10th, and then next time when someone is Simon is available, then you will continue. Without Simon, I try to cover like two verses.
Yeah.
That's good.
Rinpoche Thea says that the Italian have a question.
Yes, go ahead. Okay, Tia.
Maybe you need to go to her channel.
Yeah. I will unmute you.
You'll need to go to Thea's channel, I think.
Yes. Okay, I can hear you now. Yes. Feel completely lost? Not lost. No. Okay. So in the Lamrim part of stages by Lama Tsongkhapa. Okay, I need to maybe switch that.
Oh, yeah.
No. So in the Lamrim, you just said, when the Lama gives you a task, and then firstly, you need to know that Lama has given you a task which is related to the Dharma practice or not. One thing. Whatever Lama asks you, if you think it's not related to the Dharma or your practice, then you don't need to do it. Very clearly. Once you feel or you can 100% know this is something relevant, then you need to take it, this commitment. Second day, and then if the work is too much, that even you wanted to do it, but you cannot do it on time, maybe very strict Lama, like there's a deadline. And then maybe you're sick, or maybe you're occupied with something urgent. So then it is necessary to go to Lama and then to say very clearly, saying that whatever you have given me the task, I cannot finish this, but can I do it like next time when I have a time? Make it very clear. And then not only that, and then something really confused you, that you feel like that's not really the thing that Buddha Dharma is talking about. I really need to check with the Lama. So you check with the Lama. And then Lama gives you reason and logics or something that is something that you don't know, that Lama knows better. So he will say, because this is connected to this is why I'm giving this to you. When it makes sense to you, then you make the commitment and you do it. If not, you have authority to stop it there. It's in the Dhamma. I'm not making things up. Okay, so it's very clear.
I have another one from Thea.
Okay, I'm going back to Tia.
Okay. Oh, I have it here.
Yeah? Okay, okay.
Should I read it?
Yeah.
It seems like a waste of time to spend with friends. I want to be alone. Is the time to support them or when I need a little comfort positive?
So take a break. That I don't know, because taking a break, everybody says that. Then if they are finding some solution to after the break, it's not only a break, but then it's coming back. Then break is good. But there's a break and it breaks you forever. And it's not actually a break, that you become already lonely, lost, isolated. So it is better to find a way to how to spend a good quality. Like some people can be very, very annoying, but that you don't need to spend time. But then one person or two people giving you a problem, due to that reason, you are taking a break from the world. That's too extreme. So that's why we are saying, try to find the right friend and partner. So now it comes to the what is right and what is wrong. So learn from the past. This and this, it is a huge mistake that I have in encounter. And now I'm so weak. Or sometimes we forget to ask yourself a question. Am I making a mistake or two? It is not the only person that the other person is making a mistake. So it is always good practitioner will always think to improve yourself. They will not try to fix other people's problem. So good person or the good practitioner will try to think somebody complains about you, and then you will think like, yes, it's not the first time, it's not the second time. It's like a case, right? Now it's the third time. So I need to be very careful with my emotion. These could be the reason. Even I take a break, I cannot take a break because I'm with these emotions and these feelings, this mistaken mind. Fixing this, when you become so strong, you can stay with your enemy happily. But not fixing this, you stay with a Buddha, you cannot stay happily. So it's better to check your own mind, how you can learn so much. Every people complain, then you need to check, do I have this problem? And I think this is the first step to get an improvement in your life. So yeah, this is how I think. And then you say, I'm going to take a break to improve myself, going into retreat. That's taking a break, actually. Then going into retreat, you become, actually, this is how you check. And then you feel like, this is how I want to develop my mind and generate this compassion, bodhicitta, and then come out where you're going to check with the sentient beings, right? You cannot check alone in your room. So go out. So then you see the beauty, inner beauty, like when you talk. Like, then there's sometimes you get the compliments from other people. Like, before you are not thinking like this. Now you think like this. Wow, that's incredible. How do you do that? There you go. Right? And this sort of thing, I think taking a break is good. Other than just taking a taking a break and that makes you weaker, I think it's not very healthy. Another one? You have another one? That's it?
No.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay. Okay, we have 5 minutes. So, I'm pretty sure that most of you are not going to read the Shantideva's text right after the class. So, like for myself, I'm before you come, I read and make preparation. And then 2-3 verses I cover up and make it ready for you. And bring the presentation like when we do in examination time, right? And then examination finish, then you forget. But most importantly, always not highlight on the book, but when you put a highlight on the book, when you find something interesting, something very powerful, this has to stay fresh in your mind, even though you are not going to read like a very good student that like people ask you to read it. You are not going to do it, most of us. So just living with this kind of like the freshness for a few days, like this is so powerful, this is so powerful. Even you will forget because it's the nature of the brain, how the memory it carries, like it can only stay for like after maybe 1 hour, maybe like this, then 2 hours like this, 3 hours, and maybe after maybe a few months and 1 year later, it's more like almost everything's gone. But there will be one thing that's really stuck with you, thinking like, wow, in this book, there's something great. So that's what I'm saying. If you want to return back to this book, if you want to return back to the Shantideva, you need to feel this is so great. And even you cannot explain it, but you might feel like there's something in there in the section where it talks about meditation. There's something for me there. This is good enough to start our practice. For most people, they are failing on that. They just read it. This is good, this is good, this is good. And then it's not fresh, anything. It's like you read the novel books like Game of Thrones. You read it, and then like after maybe a few years later, the writer himself or herself cannot tell a story like exactly there. But you have roughly some ideas like this character is like doing like that, and ends like this, begins like this, and there's something. And then you just forget like, oh, I want to read it again. You feel like so fooled by this memory. This is at least needed. So that's why it is also called, we can say it's also called the greatest prayer. We actually, when we do prayer, we just fold hand and oh, this is also prayer. But this is the one of the greatest prayer. Was when you locked into this, you feel like this is it. You feel this so like sealed over here, your mind. And that is the greatest prayer. This happens when we have a negative emotion, like anger, because we say that anger is the what is it? The worst negative emotion. Why? Because there it makes the worst, most I don't know, darkest prayer. Why? Everybody has answer. I don't want to see this person again. This is it. And if saying never happens, it's okay. But it happens. And the problem is there. And when you see that person again in your next life, you feel you cannot connect. That's not only happens with your enemy, but with your friends. And also with the teacher. And also with the Buddha. So that's why we call purification. So that's what I'm saying. When we read, there's some kind of some strong. All are very strong, but it's like an antidote. The antidote is something, if you go to the clinic, you cannot say, give me a medicine. All the medicine is good. I want that. You cannot say that. Right? So when you feel like, I'm suffering from this, I really need this, I have this, what is antidote for that? Then once you feel like this is antidote, that's really helping, then you feel like, wow, this is so great. Even you cannot practice one that much, but you're just feeling wow on that. You are locked into this. And this is called there it becomes the, I think, subtlest prayer. And this is how we are going to meet Shantideva's teaching again. Meet the greatest teacher who teaches about bodhicitta. And sometimes it's really funny because you can find within the sentient beings, like people like us, they don't know what they are talking about. But for you, for yourself, it sounds like they're teaching you about bodhicitta. It happens. It happened with me. It really happened with you. It happened with you already. So this is not coming with like a coincidence, but it's come with lots of cause and conditions. So the main causes are prayers, and then conditions ripens, and we meet. So I guess also this kind of our meeting, what I'm trying to discuss about, everything has to do with all these prayers and so on. So yeah, okay, I covered up 5 minutes. I did my job. Okay, so thank you very much. And dedication. Kelsey, can you do the dedication?
Having thoroughly investigated in accord with all that I have heard day and night through the four reasonings, mind born of reflection on these topics of contemplation, may this discernment sever all doubts. And the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All-powerful Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. In all my lives, never separated from perfect gurus, may I enjoy the magnificent Dharma. By completing the qualities of the grounds and paths, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. I fully dedicate all these virtues to be able to train just like the hero Manjushri, who knows reality, and just like Samantabhadra as well. I fully dedicate with the dedication praise is the best, by all the gone beyond victorious ones of the 3 times, in order to have good conduct. With my heart going out with great compassion, in whatever direction the most precious teachings have not yet spread, or once spread have declined, may I reveal this treasure of happiness and aid.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.